You're watching WWMT, West Michigan's Channel 3. This is News 3 Midday.
Hello, West Michigan. We're going to get right down to business with a breaking story that affects the auto industry in West Michigan.
We're going to break format a little bit. We'll check in with Keith in just a second, but first we want to go to our newsroom. That's where Megan Giles is standing by with the latest on a Three Rivers GM plant. Hi, Megan.
Hi, Jamie. GM has just announced in the last 5 minutes that it intends to sell 5 of its plants, the Three Rivers plant, the Saginaw plant, 2 plants in Detroit, and a plant in New York State to the American Axle and Manufacturing Incorporated. We have some video here of the plant. It could in fact affect 600 employees at the Three Rivers plant and 6,000 in total. As we mentioned, American Axle Incorporated is a Cleveland firm, and we have been told that employees at the Three Rivers plant are being informed right now of the deal. So this really is breaking news to us and to them. And we do have a note from American Axle telling us they are looking forward to working with employees, they call them associates, and intend to grow the business. So this is very good business news and good news for folks down in the Three Rivers area at the GM plant. We'll have a lot more at 6 o'clock, including reaction from workers who I'm sure will be relieved and very glad to hear this very good news.
All right, Megan Giles reporting live in our Kalamazoo newsroom this midday. Definitely good news for those folks down there. They were worried, of course, for the last couple of weeks, the rumors circulating around. Were they going to have a job? Were they not going to have a job? Apparently so, at least for right now, so that's good news.
Well, more tonight at 6, and also some of the stories making headlines this midday. Police storm a Battle Creek home. Inside, an alleged gunman had barricaded himself. His daughter was inside. We'll have the dramatic scene from Battle Creek today.
Also today, a horrible scene in Kalamazoo County. A head-on collision leaves 2 people dead. One of them is a child. We'll have the details.
And one of West Michigan's most wanted fugitives is busted. He is finally behind bars. We'll have local reaction to his arrest, and we'll also go one-on-one with actress Faye Dunaway. You'll be surprised at how candid and really down-to-earth this classic actress is.
And you have another story to tell about her, too, but well, we'll get into that later. You have to stick around. She'll tell us later.
Yeah.
Finally, we'll get to Mr. Thompson. He's over there for our first look at weather this noon. Hi, Keith.
And good afternoon, Jamie and Cindy. Good afternoon, West Michigan. We still have mostly cloudy skies throughout the area. Still a bit dreary looking out there, and without the sunshine, temperatures remaining cool. Carbon copy of yesterday. 59 in Kalamazoo now, 58 in Battle Creek, 57 degrees in Grand Rapids. Along the lakeshore, cloudy skies hanging in there. 57 in South Haven, 58 in St. Joseph, Holland, 58 degrees also in Muskegon. As far as our satellite picture is concerned, you can see where the clouds are still just really holding tight. Not as much aerial coverage, though, as this time yesterday. As you can see, much of Ohio and Indiana now seeing sunshine, the Upper Peninsula, much of Wisconsin seeing sunshine. I think there's some hope for us to see a little bit of sunshine, too, by mid to late afternoon. We'll talk more about those chances. Also, we'll look ahead to the forecast for that all-important weekend, maybe some showers late Saturday. Details are just ahead. Cindy, Jamie?
All right, thanks, Keith. In the news this midday, a tense standoff in Battle Creek.
Officers tried desperately to get a barricaded gunman to give up before the neighborhood woke up. News 3's Brennan Keefe was there this morning.
Early morning, a neighborhood in downtown Battle Creek. Officers surround a house while a man inside holds them at bay with a shotgun. Responding special tactics officers arrive and try to talk the man out.
He was fairly belligerent, he was intoxicated, he was unwilling to cooperate or come out of the house. He challenged the officers to come in and get him.
But the officers wait. They know the man's 14-year-old daughter is asleep upstairs, and they want to avoid a hostage situation. Special officers with the Battle Creek Police Department approached the house and spotted the man through a picture window. When they looked inside, they saw the man had fallen asleep, and also he had put the loaded shotgun back inside the zippered case. They felt this would buy them a few seconds they desperately needed.
We knew he would be woken up at 7:30 by an alarm that the daughter had upstairs, so we thought probably that while time was on our side, we wanted to make sure that we kind of resolved this before 7:30.
The arrest warrant arrived at 7:15. The entry team would rather wait, but they have to make a decision fast.
With the daylight, the officers' ability to conceal themselves outside the residence, the perimeters we established, it can get real confusing in this neighborhood because there's just going to be a lot of kids in the area here within the next 30 minutes. And a decision was made, we're just not going to wait for that.
The decision paid off. The alleged gunman was captured without any injuries. In Battle Creek, Brendan Keefe, News 3.
Police say the man did not live in the house. They say, in fact, that he surprised his estranged wife and another man as they entered the home. The suspect is set to be arraigned on charges this afternoon. Jamie.
While there are no injuries in Battle Creek, the same can't be said following a head-on collision in Kalamazoo County. 2 people, an adult woman and a young girl, were killed when their car was literally sawed in half by a cement truck. A young boy, also in the car, was sent to the hospital. His condition is not yet known.
But the witnesses that were following the Honda indicated that, prior to the crash, indicated that the vehicle was drifting back and forth from the westbound driving lane across the center line, back and forth repeatedly.
Officials say they don't know why the car was swerving. The accident happened about 8 this morning on M96 just east of Galesburg. The driver of the cement truck is not believed to be injured seriously. Names of the victims have not been released.
A new development this midday in the brutal murder of a Belding woman. Police say they have made an arrest in the killing of Annette Sauer. Her body was found dumped on a county road over the weekend. A formal announcement is expected within the hour. We'll have that story as well tonight at 6 on News 3. Police in West Michigan are waiting for the return of an accused murderer from Texas.
Federal authorities have arrested Joseph Krantz in Laredo, Texas. That's just south of San Antonio. The 42-year-old murder suspect was arrested yesterday. He'd been working as a security guard at the International Bridge in Laredo. Krantz is a suspect in the murder of his pregnant wife, Lois. He allegedly abducted her from her Kalamazoo area home August 5th of last year. 4 days later, Branch County authorities found the body of Lois Krantz in a wooded area near the St. Joseph River. She had been shot in the head. The arrest in Texas is big news to friends of Lois Krantz. Christine Miller joins us now from our newsroom with more on that. Christine?
Jamie, many of Lois Krantz's friends and family say they are still filled with shock and disbelief. Some had lived in fear that Joseph Krantz would come back and hurt them. After Lois Krantz's murder, one of her friends, Adela Rosa, helped start a support group for victims of domestic violence. It's called the Friends of Lois Krantz Society. Last night, Rosa learned that Joseph Krantz had been caught.
I said, yes, they got him, they got him. And my coworker acted like I had lost my mind, but I just stood there and just yelled, they got him, they got him. Last night was the first time in 13 months I've been able to sleep a full 8 hours or 7 hours without waking up in the middle of the night.
Rosa says the arrest of Joseph Krantz will allow her to move on with her life, but not until he's back in Michigan and behind bars.
Christine, how does the state go about bringing Krantz back to Michigan to face these charges?
He could waive his extradition, meaning he'd be sent back shortly, or he could fight it, meaning a lengthy process of our governor's office asking the governor's office in Texas to release him to authorities in Michigan. If that happens, it could take a month or even more.
We should point out that the Kalamazoo Public Safety Office, the Branch County authorities, and the FBI will be holding a press conference here in Kalamazoo later on this afternoon around 1 o'clock, so we'll have more on that tonight at 6 o'clock. Christine Miller reporting live from our Kalamazoo newsroom this midday. Thanks.
Police in Battle Creek are looking for a killer. They say someone murdered an alleged drug dealer and then dumped his body along Cherry Street. The victim had apparently been stabbed. His name has not yet been released.
A suspected rapist is due in a Kent County courtroom this afternoon for his arraignment. The 31-year-old man faces rape and kidnapping charges. Police say he grabbed a woman as she ran along an East Grand Rapids jogging path. He then allegedly stuffed her into a car trunk, took her to a house and raped her. She was finally released after 7 hours. A Waterville native has been convicted in Mississippi for a heinous crime. Police say Donald Leroy Evans raped and then strangled a 10-year-old girl. She died in the attack. Evans is a self-described serial killer.
A Grand Rapids girl gets her wish. This morning, a Kent County judge denied 2 requests from the natural parents of Jenny Yang. She is the 11-year-old girl who wants to remain with her custodial parents. Her biological parents want her back. Today, the court ruled that a judge will decide her fate. The natural parents had wanted the judge withdrawn from the case or a jury trial. They got neither.
Well, there's still much more ahead this midday, including a check on your weekend forecast.
And in health news, talk about fast food. Can a salad really speed up delivery for an expecting mother? We'll tell you what that is all about.
News 3 Midday with Cindy Dole, Jamie Bowl, and meteorologist Keith Thompson's weather.
Set your course for savings to 60% on the most exciting home product.
If you live near Kalamazoo, you may notice some funky-looking cars rolling into town today. The annual Street Rod Nationals taking place at the county fairgrounds this weekend. And News 3's Scott Michaels is there live to show us these sleek machines. Are things revving up there, Scott?
They are revving up indeed. You know, this place looks like something out of the 1940s. We got 2,500 street rods here this weekend. What a street rod is a vehicle built before 1949. But if you take a look inside some of these mean machines, you see many resemble something out of the 1990s. Look at this one. We got tilt steering. We got cruise control. We move on over to the right there, and we have a car stereo with an equalizer. The past certainly meets the present here at the Street Rod Nationals. $41 million worth of cars line the grassy areas of the fairgrounds. These babies motor in from as far north as Canada and as far south as Florida and California. Participants compete for awards in a handful of categories, but for the most part, organizers describe the Nationals as a family event and a place to take in a little history. But get ready to pay for it, though. $8 for adults, $3 for kids. Children under 5 get in free. You can check out the Street Rodders today from 9 to 6, Saturday from 9 to 6, and from 9 to 2 on Sunday. Had to say that, kind of like those, you know how the commercial goes. 9 to 2 on Sunday.
Scott.
Certainly the past meets the present here. An interesting display array of machinery here at the Street Rod Nationals.
We can tell you don't like those cars at all.
I like them a lot.
Thank you. Very enthusiastic, Scott Michaels.
Gee whiz. You always get nervous driving alongside those cars because it's like, ooh, I don't want to even breathe on that thing and scratch it or anything. They kill you.
Stay away from me. There's far more insurance than I have available. I know that. But I was wondering, I was showing up at the fence and I said, can I get my street rod in? And they said, no, yours is a street bomb, not a street rod. So I said,
we know it isn't cruising weather, but we're going to just, keep the top up.
Exactly. Keep the top up because it's awfully chilly outside. You don't want to put the old top down in the car with weather like this. Maybe some sunshine late this afternoon. In the meantime, it's going to remain rather cool. Hey, at least it's not raining, so they don't have to worry about covering those nice cars up. 54 in Kalamazoo, 53 in Battle Creek. These, of course, low temperatures. 51 for Holland and Grand Rapids, 52 in Muskegon. Now, our normal low temperature in the low 50s, so not far off in that category. It's on the high side where we've been down lately because of the cloud cover. We can't get any heat in here, and so our normal high temperatures in the low 70s, forget it. We're doing well just to make it into the 60s. We still have that cloud cover hanging over us right now. You can see some breaks just off to the west in Wisconsin, to the south in Indiana, too. We have a front just up to the northwest. It's going to be kicking some of these clouds out, so our chances, I think, are a little bit better of seeing some sunshine later this afternoon than they were this time yesterday. 59 now in Kalamazoo, 58 in Battle Creek, 57 degrees in Grand Rapids and along the lakeshore, 58 in Muskegon and Holland, 58 in St. Joseph, 57 degrees in South Haven. Again, that deck of low cloudiness over us, again obstructing the sunshine. The humidity right now, 67%, the barometer 30.22 and steady. And our winds are rather light out of the east-southeast at anywhere from about 3 to 5 miles per hour. Well, here's the map showing later on today that area of high pressure. You know, usually we associate high pressure with sunshine, but when we have a temperature inversion like we have right now, holding the clouds close to the surface, it just doesn't equal much sunshine for us. In fact, the quiet weather pattern makes it difficult for those clouds to break up. But a couple of fronts here are going to be swinging through the area. One should break up that inversion. The second one will bring some possibly rain tomorrow afternoon and then some cooler air, it looks like, as we work our way into Sunday. Our forecast for today, though, our skies will likely remain mostly cloudy, maybe a little bit of sunshine later in the day with a high temperature of about 64 degrees. For tonight, partly cloudy skies, expect an overnight low of 49. The lakeshore also mostly cloudy today, possibly some late sun, a high temperature of 64. And then for tonight, partly cloudy with a low of 49. At least the conditions are quiet along Lake Michigan if you're looking for something positive. Some showers possible by tomorrow afternoon, clearing out, turning cooler for us on Sunday.
And at least it's not snowing.
At least it's not snowing, that's
At least
true.
there are no hurricanes.
We're having to dig deeper into the old excuse barrel there.
Thanks, Keith. In health news now, if you're an expectant mother and you just can't wait any longer for the big day, listen up. A restaurant in Los Angeles delivers what they say is a labor-inducing salad. No one seems to know why, but the greens at this out-of-the-way diner send women to the emergency room faster than any drug. It may sound crazy, but the women and their children swear by it. Doctors are swearing by the results of a new study just completed. They found that certain vitamins and mineral supplements lowered the risk of cancer. The research was the largest human study of its kind. Keep in mind, 1 in 3 develop cancer sometime in their life. You know, our Melissa Broderick, who works on our assignment desk, is expecting here, and we've been waiting. Maybe we'll send her some carry-out.
Get some salad shipped in from Los Angeles.
We'll get that on the way, definitely.
Well, say the name Faye Dunaway, and you think of award-winning movies like Bonnie and Clyde, Mommy Dearest, and Network.
But her true love is romantic comedy, and she gets her chance on Channel 3 this weekend. We'll talk with Faye Dunaway next.
But what do you think the shelves will look like over here?
You gonna put books on them?
Well, no, I was thinking I'd put cats on them so I could pull on their tails and play tunes.
From the far corners of the globe come the world's very latest fashion designs for art.
Her long list of leading men she's starred with includes Paul Newman, Robert Redford, Steve McQueen, Kirk Douglas, and Warren Beatty. With more than 40 films on her resume, Faye Dunaway now joins CBS in a romantic TV comedy series that is called It Had to Be You. I talked with Faye about why she chose the show and her new leading man, Robert Urich.
You got no stud in this wall.
Yeah, but do I need a stud?
You tell me.
We talked to Robert Urich yesterday. He was saying how it was such a treat to be kissing the lips of a woman who's kissed the lips of all these great leading men.
Oh, funny thing to say, Robert. He's an excellent kisser. He's a doll. He's a doll. He's adorable. Yeah.
And we hear the stories of how you really pursued him. I mean, you wanted him to be...
Yeah, he was right, you know, and we had a deal. You know, we looked at a lot of people, and, you know, there were various ideas before Robert that I didn't think were right. You know, and then I looked at his work and it suddenly clicked, and I thought, oh no, he's really comfortable. I like that. Because I think people go and turn the TV on, and they want to see people there that they want to be with, you know? Right. And I had that feeling about him, so I thought, acid test, very good. And then we read together, and it was kind of great, you know, and we felt good with each other, and everyone in the room said, wow, you have chemistry, and apparently we do. So.
Holy cow, you're a woman.
My, you must have the Learning Channel on all day long at your house.
I think the Close Encounter spaceship is here for you.
Here, put this on. It was my ex-husband's. I had most of the stab holes mended.
It's nice. Which one of the 4 tops were you married to?
So really, why did you decide to do this show? You don't have to do this show. I mean, you have this huge resume with all this accomplishment.
Yeah, I love to work, first of all. I really love to work, and I wanted to play comedy. And I have never played it. I've always wanted to play it, always. It's always been a dream. And, you know, this script came, and I saw possibilities, and we developed it and worked on it, and it's worked, you know. And I also like the idea of being in front of an audience every week. It's just a way of a way of connection that I've never had before. And normally it's very lonely movies. You're very distant, and people get a kind of idealized notion of who you are, and often it's not true. And I really want to be more accessible. Hence the headstand. I don't know. I wanted to let out the real woman that I am, as opposed to the image of me. You know what I mean?
Has Hollywood been kind to you? Do you think?
I think Hollywood's kind to anybody. I've always done roles on TV that I couldn't do in movies. And in movies, you know, you're always, whether you're 20 or 40, the girl. You know, it's hard when movies cost so much money to take a chance, and so therefore studios tend to go toward tried and true formulas, and which appeals to kids. Now, TV is different, you know, because people are there in their own home, not paying to go out, and they want to know what you have to say. I don't think an escapist fare is necessarily what people want. I think they want to, I think the half hour is a little morality play.
Where do you keep your Oscars?
On my mantle.
And you can see a preview of It Had to Be You, a preview Sunday night here on Channel 3 at 8. The show then premieres officially Friday the 24th.
Now, real quick, like Paul Harvey, there's more to this story. The rest of it is...
You wanted to use my lipstick. Here it is, the official generic lipstick, and it's here in the museum at Channel 3.
And she hasn't used it since, everyone. Don't go away. We still have much more ahead this midday.
Including those tacky, titillating tabloids. We have some crazy ones again.
Don't go away.
I was shopping at Meijer when I saw this new grease-releasing Tide. I figured it was worth a try. I had this really tough hamburger stain on my new blouse. There was grease all over. My friend Jan felt terrible.
When it comes to tough grease like this hamburger stain, nothing beats the power of new Tide with grease releasers. Now at a great price at Meijer.
The grease was gone. I told Jan this new Tide got it out. That didn't surprise her, but the great price did.
Try new Tide with grease releasers now at Meijer.
For 50 years, Rival has made innovative products for your home. Innovations like Rival's Crock-Pot Slow Cookers. With its convenient removable stoneware and attractive decorative styling, Rival's wraparound heat won't overcook, as gentle heat works all day so you don't have to. Come home to old-fashioned flavor with Rival's Crock-Pot. For the highest quality and innovative housewares made in the USA by Rival.
Available at Target.
At Vermeulen's Furniture, we do things your way. Right now, you can save 33% off regular prices on custom order upholstered furniture, handcrafted with Swiss Amish pride by Smith Brothers of Bern. What makes Smith Brothers such a good buy? Amish know-how, plus a lifetime warranty on frame, spring, and foam construction. Choose a style, pick a fabric, place your order, then take 33% off the regular price. Why have it any other way but your way at Vermeulen's?
With Oscar Mayer Light Bologna, you won't miss any of that great bologna taste, or any of that bologna fun, because the only thing missing is half the fat, which you'll never really miss at all. Ready? Oscar Mayer Light Bologna. Nothing but the best.
Come to Plums for Oscar Mayer regular and light meat bologna, only $1.49, and these varieties of Oscar Mayer wieners also $1.49 at Plums.
Welcome back. A quick check on business news. Battle Creek's Kellogg Company is authorizing its board of directors to buy up an additional $100 million worth of Kellogg stock. Brokers say the move is a sign of strength, that the directors believe their stock is worth more than cash in their coffers. It also saves the company money because they have to pay fewer stock dividends out. Wall Street overall is heading down today. The Dow Jones average is off more than 17 points in very heavy trading.
And mostly cloudy skies for us this afternoon in the forecast. It looks like it's going to remain cool without the sunshine as well. So maybe wear that sweater. We might see some late sun here if we happen to rub the rabbit's foot the right way. High of 64. I bet you thought it was science.
Is that left to right or right to left?
Depends on what it says in your book. Partly cloudy for tonight with an overnight low of 49 degrees. A chance for a shower by tomorrow afternoon. Partly sunny on Sunday and turning cooler.
All right, thanks, Keith. Well, you know, we can't start the weekend off until we peek into the latest tacky and titillating tabloids. You know, and as always, Elvis, he makes good headlines.
Oh, he does. But did you know that he is now not only back, but he's starting up his own religion? A psychic photographer says he's been chosen to restore faith and hope to people as the king of souls.
You think you had a rough flight lately? Be glad you weren't on this plane. According to The Sun, a giant condor attacked this plane in the Andes, only to feed passengers to its young. One witness said she looked up and saw a big shadow swept over her.
Well, we've seen the wonders of airbags in cars, but get a load of this. The driver says that her airbag made her vehicle float into the air. And look, it's a News 3 vehicle.
Well, that's how we get over stories.
Luckily, our photographer was shopping at the time.
Jeez. A bizarre sighting in France. Red Baron's ghost. He's been seen battling in phantom dogfights.
We all know that we are what we eat, but what we eat on may also make a difference. Blue plates, meaning a blue dish, actually can decrease your appetite. It's all in the color of the plate, they say.
And some psychic predictions. Wedding bells for Cher with Rob Camilletti. Also in the crystal ball, Liz Taylor's hubby could be hospitalized for tension after building a new house for Liz.
It's stressful.
It sure is, I guess so. For Liz, well, she expects a lot, I suppose.
Well, we hope you have a nice weekend, huh?
Get you up on the right foot. We'll see you later. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
I know